Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dharma practitioners, as ordinary living beings, we always like to be honest, and at the same time, we always tell each other, don't cheat. So when it comes to relationships and with your loved ones and with the co-workers, companies and politicians, and even with the spiritual organizations, and sometimes big charity organizations. And we see these things, and always people like to develop the trust. But sometimes we experience people cheating. And if somebody cheat you, if somebody break the trust, you get hurt. And at the same time, we have to remember mostly, most of the ordinary living beings get cheated by their own mind and feelings. Why I say like that? Because what you feel and whatever the thoughts that you have in your mind, it is not the real feelings or the thoughts that you experience. It's always, there is something behind it which you don't see. But on the surface level, sometimes with your emotions, with your conditional knowledge, with your habitual patterns, you trust your feelings. And sometimes we say, you have to trust your gut feeling. So why you have to go into the guts and to the depth of the belly? Why you don't stop on the surface level? Because on the surface level, these feelings and emotions and the thoughts, remember, it is kind of like a reflection on something. So then we mostly not going to end up with our own truth. We again and again and again get into unknown situation within ourselves. So that's why developing the clarity inside you and the cultivation of your awareness is very necessary. Because when you develop that path, you're not going to get cheated by your own thoughts, emotions, feelings, ideas. And once you develop that connection and the trust within you, your own knowledge, and it becomes a wisdom to you. When you have that wisdom, even someone else from outside cheated you, it is okay. Because when someone cheated you, when you develop the confidence within yourself, knowingly with your own wisdom, and it cannot do anything to you. If somebody cheat you, that may be that person going to get some kind of improfitable the result out of that. But just imagine, the whole world build up the trust with you, but deeply, if you already cheated by your own thoughts or the ideas or the feelings, and You sabotage within your own mind. What's the point? So then developing this personal trust within your own experience and within your own feelings, ideas, thoughts is very necessary. So the practice will develop that trust. Of course, in conventional world, we need the trust with others. It is very important. But at the same time, we have to look into ourselves, and rather than depending on others, rather than go behind others and looking for the trust, it is very necessary we develop it within our own mind. So for that, by praying, asking, wishing yourself, hoping, you cannot get it. But by practice, you can do it. So when it comes to especially with the meditation, there are few qualities you have to add to your day-to-day meditation practice to gain that confidence, the trust, the build up the trust within yourself. So when it comes to that, the very first thing, sakaccha kiriyata. So that's mean with the very clear understanding and with the real effort within yourself, you have to sit for meditation. And there are another two categories in that one. Asato. So ataso means you don't cheat yourself. So you don't cover up yourself by when you come to meditation. You don't practice meditation to escape from something. You really have the intention to develop your awareness or the wisdom. So asato. Another one is amayavi. So that's mean maya is a kind of like the illusion. Amayavi is kind of like you get out of your own illusion. So how? So you observe, you come to observe your primary mental object, you know, whatever it is. So then just imagine the sensation of inhalation, exhalation. So then when you keep observe, and sometimes in your mind, you can create kind of like a dreaming state. So it is an illusion. And then you caught up in that feeling. And then it's kind of like yourself, you are lost in a la-la land. And then you start to feel different kind of feelings and you get high. It's kind of like drugs. So that is not when you come to meditation. So you know inhalation, exhalation, and you become more sharp and clear with that primary mental object. It's called amayavi. You become clear with your own mind, because otherwise your mind play magic. And that magic, it's kind of like a black magic. You caught up there. It cheats you. And sometimes you keep observing inhalation, exhalation, suddenly you start to feel like you levitate. So what's the point you focusing to that? You focus to inhalation, exhalation. And maybe that whatever the plans you have to do, or maybe whatever happened a long time ago suddenly come to your mind, and then you caught up there. The entire session, you dealing with that. So you get out of this all. It's called amayavi. Asato amayavi. Asato You don't cheat yourself with the primary mental object and even the sitting. You want to keep your back straight, neck head straight, right palm on your left, and you close your eyes. And within few minutes, you feel, no, it is better I a little bit lie down. Or it is better I stretch my leg. Or it is better I move my hands. So you cheat yourself. So that is what you have to get out. Sakachakiriyata, there is an example for this. You become kind of like a honeybee. Why? Because the honeybee is an animal that don't cover up itself. And when it reaches to the flowers, there are certain flowers. And far away, the flower can recognize this honeybee come towards it. When the honeybee come towards the flower naturally open to the honeybee. It has a deeper thrust. Why? Because you know that the honeybee, when it comes, it makes a sound like that. It's a vibration. And the flower knows the honeybee come to get the nectar, not to destroy it. So it has a deeper thrust. So when you sit for meditation, you become like a honeybee, you become honest. You don't sit here to play black magic. You don't sit here yourself to experience some kind of mental illusion. You sit to develop the mental clarity. So then yourself, you know that. So deeper inside you develop, you day by day, you develop that clarity. That is very necessary. And sometimes we talk about meditation, we listen to meditation, and we read about meditation. You know, we have conversations, but still when it comes to practice, we do something else. Other things very necessary, important, but at the same time, remember, when it comes to practice, develop the trust within yourself. So that calls Sakkachakiriyata, the real effort, not fake one. So when it comes to that, two things, asato, you don't cheat yourself, amayavi, you don't play kind of like a mental black magic yourself. You don't go into mental illusion. Always mentally, with your thoughts, you become very clear. What's the example? Honeybee. Everyone knows it come to collect the honey. And and even once one honeybee find out where the honey, it goes to the all other honeybees and it show the path to come into that. It never blocks somebody else and showing different direction. Go that way. Like that, they don't cheat. If one honeybee find the flower or the nectar and it go back and it give the map, and it has power to navigate all other honeybees towards to that, exactly to the right point. So you become like that when it comes to meditation. And the second one, Satachakiriyata. So Satachakiriyata means it's kind of like you practice. There are some people practice meditation once a while. And maybe only weekend. Or maybe not weekend, only weekdays. Why? Because Friday night, like today, you know, people have to do parties. So then, or maybe you have to go for a vacation. So then you think, oh, this meditation, when I have a free time, I do meditation. So like, but no, Sata Chakiriyata means no. You do other things. You do parties, you go for vacations, you work, do everything. But at the same time, you continue the meditation also. And your practice, you don't drop. So there is an example for that. That if you drop and you do once a while, it called Manduka Patipada. So the Manduka means frog. So if you observe the very nature, behavior of the frog, you know what the frog does? Frog stay in one place and little bit, eat little bit, and then jump to another place. And then find something there, spend little time and jump to another place. Manduka Patipada, it's kind of the frog style. So when it comes to meditation yourself, you don't practice that consistency. You develop the pattern yourself with everything like other things. You don't miss your sleeping, you don't miss your eating, you don't miss your all other necessary things. So then you become disciplined with your meditation also, you don't miss it. And Sata Chakiriyata, you deeply connected to practice. And the third one is called Attita Kiriyata. Attita Kiriyata means it's you drop on the way. Even in one session sometimes, you sit for meditation only from the beginning. That's it. And then later you drop it. Oh, I can do it next time. Or maybe today I have to think about something else. So like that, you always drop. And it's kind of like a deeply, like you have no strength, mental strength to hold with it, go with it. Like as example, if you hold something in your hand sometimes, when your hand get tired, you drop it. So like that, you keep observe inhalation, exhalation, suddenly you get tired. So this is a mental behavior. This is a very conventional nature within us. You have to get out of it. That's why you have to practice. That's why you know these things. So then it's like the crow. So whatever the food that the crow find, take it and go and hide somewhere. The crow doesn't eat and cure the hunger itself. So crow take the foods and go everywhere and hide. So our mind also like that sometimes. Attita Kiriyata means always you drop in certain places. And sometimes with the posture. You sit your back straight little bit and then later you get tired and you drop your shoulders, neck down, head down. And maybe stretch your legs. And maybe the attention go to somewhere else, whatever that you feel so good, you start to remind about it. See that you drop the technique. No, you Attita Kiriyata means you stay strong. You're with your posture, primary mental object, you keep practice, you don't drop. Maybe you feel a little bit some kind of discomfort from the beginning, but you determine yourself to move forward. Remember the Prince Siddhartha, how the ascetic Siddhartha, before he attained to the enlightenment, how he determined himself. Even my all this body part disappear. Until I attain to the Buddhahood, I'm not going to get out of this seat. See, that's the determination that had. So how about you sit for meditation with the thinking for enlightenment, and when your knee a little bit hurt, you forget about enlightenment. If your back hurt a little bit, you forget about your enlightenment. So that way you cannot get out of this ordinary lifestyle. So that's why you have to push your limits day by day, and don't remain the same. Increase inside your effort, increase your awareness, increase your understanding, and keep certain development to yourself. Don't allow your mind to settle down and get used to with whatever you keep practice. And the fourth one, anolita vruttita. It's kind of like you have to have a very open mind, not kind of like a shrinking mind. Like there's example for that. You have to practice meditation like a fully open lotus flower, and not like a lotus bud. And another simile is a kind of like if you disturb to kind of like a spider, it shrink all the legs and everything and hold it to the net. Sometimes our mind also like that. Maybe for the thoughts or the desires or the feelings, we hold like a spider and shrink it with it. So like that way, you cannot practice meditation. You have to fully relax and open your mind. Always remember, with the open mind, and you observe, not with the shrinking mind, not with the half mind, half awake, half sleepy mind, not like a shrink spider. You practice meditation, you bring the attention to meditation with the kind of like a fully open lotus flower. And the fifth one is called anikchitta chandata. It's anikchitta chandata means it doesn't matter whatever the difficult things come to you, physically, mentally, the mostly emotionally, whatever the difficulties come to you, you don't give up the practice. It's like you become like a royal elephant. The royal elephant, it doesn't matter how painful, how difficult, no, it doesn't matter how dangerous the battlefield, it always protect the king. So like that, yourself, always remember that it doesn't matter whatever happens within your emotions, thoughts, within your body. Somehow, with this all the difficulties, you have to keep into practice. While you practice 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you go for that. 1 hour, you go for that. So those are the 5 qualities you develop within yourself with the practice. And that is where you develop the trust in you. So that trust, what you build up within your own practice, bring the clarity to yourself. So that clarity will take you to deeper, to direct perception. And whatever come to you with the perception, with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and the right away, without any doubt, without any difficulty, you recognize that. So then you know yourself, you have that clarity, and that is where you build up the self-trust within yourself. That is very necessary, so you can gain it through practice. So then remember yourself. Every day when you come to practice and even practice yourself and push your limits little by little, little by little, and keep the development in you, and don't allow your just ordinary life, your mental formations to slow down your inner development. So don't caught up in the mental imagination. Don't allow your mind to cheat yourself. So that is where you gain the connection towards the Dharma and the ultimate truth, the recognition with the reality. So once you have that, you are ready to get into next level of your development, which we call the liberation, transformation, or the freedom, or the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, may all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavata chamni sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless.